Hey, next time, don't come to the front door when you're delivering that stuff. Well, where'll I go then? Go round the back in the tradesman's entrance. I don't want people to see what you're bringing in. What? Sorry. Howdy guys, got a couple of more stories for you, news stories. I'll make them brief, and I'll put links down below, of course. The first one is a bit sad. Apparently a femon drove into a lake, and she had two young boys in the car with her. Then unfortunately, they all died. An investigation is underway, but at the moment they believe she drove in there purposely. And they talked to her family members, and apparently she had some mental issues she was dealing with. Absolutely no mention of a man or a husband at all. But the word mental illness or mental disorder is something we're hearing a lot with femons, aren't we? But let's quickly move on to the next story. Now this femon's 34 years old and she has a husband. But apparently she drove to a school, climbed over a fence and kidnapped an 8-year-old little girl, saying let's go make a family. She put the girl in her car and drove home, where her husband kind of notified the authorities that she had a girl in the car with her. And the girl, he didn't know. The police arrived and the female stripped naked and ran down the street. Oh yeah, apparently the computers are teaching the children, she says, and all the children must die, she said. Anyway, the police took after her and tried to subdue her, but she resisted arrest. Finally, they got her in the back of the car and her husband brought some clothes to put on, but she wouldn't put them on, and all she did was scream and start kicking the windows. And my heart really goes out to the husband. This femon obviously has some mental illness of some sort. And I guess the 8-year-old little girl will never forget that either. Of course, the school went on red alert, so just look how many people this femon is involved in her illness. And it's becoming a pandemic for femons, isn't it? Look at all the Karens acting crazy out there. Even I've walked along the street where I am and seen some femons that act mentally ill at least. And something should be done about it, because they're putting themselves in danger and everybody else around them. Of course, a lot of these femons do it for pure just attention, and they don't care how many people they hurt or scar for life. It's no good just making excuses, oh, it's just a femon acting crazy. This is not normal behavior for a human being, and all these femons are walking amongst us. And I think they should have a team like the SAS or something, special team, like they do for hostage taking. And when one of these femons goes off, they send a signal and they just arrive quickly. Stun and bag the subject, throw it in the back of the van, and take it to the psycho ward. Actually, that would be a good job for me. Kind of sounds quite interesting, especially the stun bit. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Are femons going completely crazy? And how much damage do they have to do before the society takes notice? Take it easy, fellas.